Hello and welcome to Lit Talk, your bite-sized podcast on literature through the lens of different perspectives. Hi, I'm Jane.
And I am Prince. Today, we're diving into the powerful historical film General Luna, using the historical literary approach.
This 2015 biographical epic, directed by Gerald Tarog, tells the story of General Antonio Luna during the Philippine-American War. But it's more than just a film about battles. It's a deep exploration of nationalism, betrayal, and the cost of divided leadership.
And that leads us to our main idea. General Luna reflects the historical realities of colonialism, internal conflict, and nationalism in 20th century Philippines. Through its depiction of real historical events and figures, the film forces us to confront the painful truth about disunity and betrayal in our nation's past.
Let's start with the basics of the historical literary approach. It examines how literature or media reflects the social, political, and cultural context of the time it portrays. General Luna doesn't fictionize history. Instead, it dramatizes real events based on extensive research, personal letters, and archived testimonies.
Exactly. The film's open in turbulent time. The First Philippines Republic is trying to establish itself after Spain's defeat, but Americans arrive, claiming control over the archipelago. General Luna quickly rises as a strong military figure, pushing for organized resistance and clashing with the government.
One unforgettable quote from Luna is, "May mas malaki tayong kaaway kaysa sa mga Amerikano, ang ating sarili." That single line encapsulates the internal divisions among Filipinos during that time. And it's rooted in historical fact. Luna was betrayed not by the Americans, but by fellow Filipinos. His growing influence, especially his strong opposition to compromise with the Americans, threatened other leaders, including those loyal to President Emilio Aguinaldo. We can see this in the way Luna interacts with his fellow leaders like General Mascardo and President Aguinaldo. For example, the film depicts Luna's confrontation with Aguinaldo, where he accuses him of being weak and indecisive.
Yes, and this confrontation ultimately leads to Luna's downfall. The film portrays how internal conflict and personal agendas can lead to downfall of a nation. This is event in the Way-Kawit Council composed of Aguinaldo's loyalists undermines Luna's efforts and ultimately leads to his betrayal. The historical approach also helps us interpret characters more deeply. Lunas is portrayed as both a hero and a flawed leader, brilliant, passionate, but sometimes arrogant and harsh. The film doesn't sugarcoat him, which makes him human and more historically believable.
What do you think about Luna's character development? Another fascinating detail, the use of real historical documents and letters dialogue. Tarog included actual quotes from Luna's writings and speeches, further grounding the film in reality. For instance, Luna's letter to his brother, Juan Luna, showcases his frustration with the government's indecisiveness and his desire for strong leadership. And this divide is still relevant today. The film doesn't just ask, "What happened?" It asks, "Have we learned from it?" By examining the past, we can gain insights into our present and future. What lessons can we take away from General Luna? Perhaps it's the importance of unity and strong leadership. As we wrap up our discussion on General Luna, it's clear that this film is more than just a historical epic. It's a reflection of our nation's complex past and reminder of the importance of unity and leadership. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Lit Talk. If you have any thoughts or questions about General Luna, feel free to share them with us on social media using the hashtag LitTalk.
Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast for more episodes like this, and we will catch you in the next one.